Welcome back. We got some new equipment in here. To be honest with you, it's not something I'm really excited about because it's a kind of a poor quality binding, but it's very quick and very cheap. But it's what the business used that I acquired to bind paperback books. So the reality is I'm probably actually going to phase this out, but I'll show you what it is. It's kind of cool. So this is called a Fastback binder. And this machine here will print on the spine. And the spine is a piece of what feels like cloth, but I don't think it is. And there's a hot melt adhesive on the inside that you automatically put the spine in, and this machine will heat it up and squeeze it just like a perfect bound book. Now it's fast and it's cheap, but the quality is not that great because you're not getting the milling that happens on a legitimate perfect bound book. The notches that help the glue go up into the spine, which happens on a perfect binder. And it also doesn't have near the adhesive that gets put on a real perfect binder. But it's very cheap. I mean, that tabletop machine is a lot cheaper than a full-blown perfect binder. It really reminds me of the sign that I have along my desk here. Good, fast, and cheap. You can pick any two. And the tape binder is fast and cheap, but it's not good. I should really make that sign like 5 times as large and put it out front so all my customers can see it, because it makes so much sense. So something that threw me for a loop this week, the finisher that I put on here has a 3-hole punch. And when I went to 3-hole punch, my first job that I do, which is not that often, there were 2 sets of punches and they were a little off, so it wasn't working. And then that's when I realized that there's 2 3-hole punch units on the 1200 and they were both punching the sheet. So my solution was to just unplug the 3-hole punch unit that goes on the back of the FS, whatever it is, 530 something. And there's a spot. It's kind of an add-on. It's the same as this machine, but the hole punch unit fits right in here. So all I did was take the back cover off and find the 2 wires going to, well actually no, it was 3 wires, and I just unplugged each one of them. So now the printer doesn't recognize a 3-hole punch on that finisher, and now it works okay. So just a little trick if you run into that problem, and it had me scratching my head for a little bit, but I was trying to figure out why it was messed up. Now, this equipment here isn't the most exciting things that are going to be happening here in the next couple weeks. I have a couple other machines going to be coming that have to do with hardcover production, because it's inevitable I'm going to eventually get into that at some point. So that's going to be a new thing that we're going to start bringing in-house. Just certain things, certain sizes, certain run lengths, certain dimensions, page counts, a lot of stuff. I'm not going to do hardcover, but I want to have the ability to do certain ones in-house, especially now that we've grown by getting another business, and yeah, and also I have an additional co-worker now, and that is awesome. So you're probably going to see somebody else in the backgrounds of videos in the near future. About a week ago, I finally lost that belt, and this one's still hanging on, but this one has actually looked like that for a long time, but I'm prepared. A while back, I ordered 2 new belts, so let's tear into this and get that fixed. You know, I have no idea where that belt went. You know what? Maybe it went to the other end. But if it went down here, oh yep, it's down in there. Huh. I've been wondering about that all week. Good as new. Okay, something I've been putting off and I really need to get into is fixing that whatever elevates this bin here. There's got to be something broken in there, and I also have 2 lights that I need to fix that are sensors. One of the first videos I did actually, and it wasn't even this channel on YouTube, was fixing that sensor and soldering in a new, they're not LEDs, but there's a new light that you can solder in there for the sensor. This right here is what comes up. There's a little clean your sensor icon on bin 8 tower 2. And that's right down here. But if you look in there, there's no light. And there should be a light like this, right there. So your sensor actually isn't dirty, your sensor's broken, and that light is blown. And it's really cheap and easy. It's like a 10-cent part that you can get. So I think, well, I've been putting this off because I haven't been wanting to tear this all down. But this tower needs to get moved out, this tower needs to get moved out so we can get to the back. And this is how I know this bin is broken. We're into tower 2, and I'm just going to start on this because I know how to fix this one. Bin 8 is right here, so it's 3rd slot up from the bottom. So this is going to be the sensor for 10, 9, 8. And all we got to do is take this out. Kind of have to squeeze the belt down to get it out too. And that's it. Now this lower part here, the dark part, is the sensor, and the top part there is the light. And that's dead, so we'll cut that out and solder in a new one. Okay, first things first, we need to, there's some like silicone caulk or something that holds this sensor in place. We can cut that out. And this is what I've been using to successfully fix them. If I remember correctly, I just got them off eBay, but there's a pack of them. I want to say people use them for like models and like trains and other things like that, but all it is a 5-watt bulb, I think, and as long as it shines light, it'll work. Now I'm gonna put some glue, some hot glue or some caulk there, but I don't have it handy, so let's jump into this next problem we got. Okay, so bin 5 is what we're having problems with. This guy right here. That's this one. So let's see if we can't find, I feel like there's gotta be a stripped tooth or something. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how this mechanism works, so I'm gonna turn it on and hopefully I can see what's missing, but something either is out of adjustment or needs to be replaced. I'm hoping I could adjust it. Let's see. Okay, I guess I need to have this plugged in before I can get it to cycle, which makes sense. Okay, you gotta have your towers hooked up if you want to turn them on. What I thought was happening is what's happening, which that was jumping because there's a gear stripped. And it's not really stripped, but I don't think I can adjust it. This is a good one, and you know, there's a decent amount of tooth on that piece of plastic. And here, it's rounded off a little bit. Now I don't know if I could adjust that over so it's tighter. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, I could probably adjust it. All these other motors are all the way over except this one's moved back. Holy cats. I think I might be able to fix this. I was honestly not expecting to be able to fix this. I thought I'd need to get a part, but it seems like actually a fair amount of times you can fix something without ordering a part. Nice. Okay, so this was the number 5. That was the problem child. Oh yes. It's a good day. So now we need to find some glue. Let's put that all back. And of course, we got to sweep up behind here. That's never good. That dust is going to cause problems someday, so. Now, I would honestly rather put caulk back in here, but this will set faster. So, just put a dab in there. And just to prove that it's fixed, 7, 8, there's the light. Perfect. Well, I think we're gonna call that a video right there. Just need to put this back in place and re-level it, and we're gonna be good to go. You know, you would think I would learn my lesson. All the time, you'll have one little thing go wrong on a machine and then you don't get around to fixing it, and then another thing and another thing. Before you know it, you have like 3 or 4 things that you work around, but you still use the machine, and you just push off any repairs because you anticipate the repairs to be expensive or frustrating. But man, sometimes you just need to make some time, jump into it, and get things back to normal. This thing is going to keep on running just fine, and now I've regained those 2 bins that I've been not using for a long time. So I need to learn that. Note to self, just fix it already. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.